is Funday. Funday, the floor is for you. You are welcome to this fundraising tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my Honorable Patricia. Thank you for doing this again today and always. Thank you. And thank you, Honorable Christopher Okenwa. Thank you for your presence and for doing all we do best. Thank you. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome to the United States of Biafra government fundraising. Thank you for your graceful presence tonight here, this evening, for partaking in the cause of the liberation and freedom of United States of Biafra. I'm happy to welcome you. Greetings, the honorable members of United States of Biafra Cabinet. I welcome you and I sincerely thank you for all you do each and every day. Thank you. Biafrans are standing up because you told us to stand, and we continue to stand. Thank you, friends, families. Thank you all, Biafrans, for being here again with us today. We thank the Biafra Liberation Army of the United States of Biafra. We cannot thank you enough for all you do and all you continue to do. Thank you very much. And I'm also thanking special thanks to our leader, Onyendu, for the fight that he's been doing. And he's always bestriding that dungeon where they put him like a lion, like a god. He is. Oh, we hear Biafra Japa. We are thankful and we are grateful to have him. And I also give my special thanks to Obato Obie. He stated that pretty soon the sound Eburubu Biafra, the guns of Biafra, will shake the world. And believe me, for some couple of days, it happened and it's happening. And finally, victory is going to be his. We are thankful to God for blessing us with such children. And that's the greatest gift of God. I welcome her. Adeko. Hello, Zansiaganketa. Hello, Nkena Kobehaga. Madam Baoba. Oh, good. They must bow to the truth. They must bow to the United States of Biafra. They must bow to what God Almighty has already proclaimed as his own divine institution. Who is he that can talk when the Lord has already? I'm going to call you up. Ezewan, Agonwan, Adhanaya, Adha Biafra. Over to you, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Famdi. Thank you. You look so gorgeous today. Oh my goodness, I've been admiring that dress.
Oh my goodness.
So beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Biafrans. Welcome again today to this fundraising. You all know how we do it every Saturday. Thank you all for taking time out from your busy schedule to be here today. I truly appreciate your presence. Thank you, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, the pressmen, and everyone that is watching from whatever location you are. Thank you for being part of what we do. Thank you for being part of this process. Thank you, Honorable Patricia. Thank you, Honorable Christopher, for what you do behind the scene. I want to use this opportunity to welcome all of you here today. Let me start by recognizing and appreciating the presence of our leader, Onyedu Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you for what you do, for your resilience, for your perseverance. Thank you for your steadfastness. Thank you for being you and doing what you are doing, despite the plot, the continuous plot by the Nigerian terrorist state to continue to silence the voice of Biafrans. They have failed this time around. That is what they've been doing for the past 100 years, for the past since 1960. They've been doing the same thing to continue to colonize the land of Biafra, not anymore. That is what Britain has allowed them and supported them to be doing, giving them the tactics, giving them the tools to continue to fight Biafra. But this time, we thank God, because those they are using are the ones, the same people we are using to destroy them this time around. So Biafrans, do not be moved. Our Onyedu Nnamdi Kanu was unlawfully kidnapped from Kenya by the Nigerian state. And they lock him up in the DSS dungeon today for nothing except he wants to stop the colonization of the Biafra territory by the Nigerian state, where Nigeria milks the oil, the natural resources of Biafrans, ship it abroad to Britain. They use it to better the life of their people, build the best hospitals for their people, build the best railways, build the best road, internet services, while the Biafra people, where that natural resource comes from, are languishing in abject poverty without any standard hospital, no healthcare system, no internet services, no railway, no international airport, nothing. We have stopped it. It is our task to stop that colonization by Britain and the Fulani hegemony on the territory of Biafra land. So we thank Onyendu. We also want to use this opportunity to thank our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, who is the reason for the season. Because of him, we are where we are today. Because of him, we have secured the independence of the United States of Biafra people. Because of him, we are protecting our land every single day. Because of him, Biafrans are free people. Because of him, we have stopped the colonization of Biafra land, of the Biafra territory, by Britain and the Fulani terrorists in Biafra in Nigeria. Thank you so much, His Excellency, our Prime Minister, Orabueze Simon Ekpa. We appreciate you. We honor you. We revere you. As many of you are aware, again, the Nigerian state, in their normal nature, colluded with Finland to take away our Prime Minister, trumped up all different frivolous charges, colluded with Nigeria in the quest for Finland to redeem their economic power that is already failing, their economy that is already failing by the second. How do they redeem that? They collude with Nigeria's President Tinubu and Christopher Musa. If you surrender Simon Ekpa, we will give you this Lekki contract. We will give you some contracts inside Nigeria. The Finland Foreign Affairs categorically, in all social media, openly said that Simon Ekpa is hindering the bilateral relationship between Finland and Nigeria, and they must stop that. How did they try to stop that? By arresting Simon Ekpa and tagging him a terrorist or terrorist financier or sponsoring terrorism, whatever. With the other innocent Biafrans that Finland arrested and went on a fishing expedition. At the end of the day, they discovered these are innocent Biafrans that are fighting for their freedom. We are freedom fighters. We are people that do not want to be colonized anymore. The law to stop colonization is an international human rights law. It is under the United Nations law. No people want to be colonized. And any people that are colonized, you are empowered to use everything possible to stop the colonization. That was exactly what Nnamdi Kanu did. That's exactly what Simon Ekpa did. And that is what exactly we, the people of Biafra, have done. By declaring our independence on November 29, 2024 in Lahti, Finland, when over 50 million Biafrans have voted, both at home and abroad, to exit the enclave called Nigeria. And we all gathered in Finland. Over 500 Biafrans voted to exit the terrorist state of Nigeria, because we are backed up by that humanitarian law, by the United Nations charters, by other organizations, including African Union charters, that said a people have the right to choose who is going to lead them. A people have the right to self-determination. That is why the restoration and protection of the United States of Biafra is going through the legal process as we speak. So we thank our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister is not a terrorist. All of us are aware of that. Simon Ekpa is a sound politician in Finland. He has helped the political party in Finland to build Finland in his own little way. In the Finland Transportation Department, our Prime Minister, His Excellency, is a member in that board that make decisions to make Finland a better place. He is not a terrorist. But Finland thinks they can get the resources, the oil, the gas, whatever they want on the blood of innocent Biafrans. And we say no to that. That was how Finland colluded with Nigeria and decided to be the person that will judge the case for Nigeria. So Finland judged a criminal case on behalf of Nigeria. Highly illegal. A one-sided judgment that never addressed all the human rights abuses by the Nigerian state, all the killings of innocent Biafrans by the Nigerian state, all the forceful disappearances of innocent Biafrans confirmed by organizations like the Amnesty International, the European Human Rights Commissions. Finland never addressed that during the trial of our Prime Minister. All they did was to present a one-sided report from a pariah state, from a terrorist state. The evidence they got from a terrorist state that does not obey human rights, that does not obey the rule of law, that their evidence cannot be trusted in any law of God, any court of law, internationally and locally. That was what Finland relied on to judge this case and say our Prime Minister is a terrorist. And we, all Biafrans, are terrorist financiers. Why? Because we do not want them to continue to milk our oil resources, ship it abroad to their globalist friends, to their sponsors, while our people languish. That was all, nothing more. So Finland went on this shambolic trial where you said, oh, our Prime Minister was involved in a terrorist organization. Who declared we Biafrans as terrorists? Finland didn't produce that evidence. For an organization to be declared a terrorist organization, there must be proof. There must be research. There is a particular body that is termed to declare a group of people a terrorist body. Finland didn't do that. So I'm going to let Finland know you cannot continue to partner with a terrorist state like Nigeria and destroy Biafrans with your lives. You can't do that. We're not allowed to do that. You cannot judge a case that is just one-sided. It was easy for you to say, oh, the Prime Minister did this. He engaged with these people. Those people are called terrorists. Well, where have you presented thousands, all the report that the Prime Minister Simon Eber submitted to you, Finland, about the human rights abuses, the killings of innocent Biafrans? He submitted this to you, Finland. Did you ever address that during the case of Simon Eber? No, you did not. You decided to sweep it under the rug. You were more interested in protecting Nigeria in Finland than doing your job as a free nation to report all the killings that Simon Eber has reported to you. You never reported it to the European